I cannot stop thinking about the juxtaposition of two stories that have been running in the headlines concurrently. One is what happened in MacArthur Park in Los Angeles, middle of a Monday, work day. Bunch of kids were at summer camp, a bunch of 8 and 9-year-olds. And then all of a sudden, ICE agents roll in, backed by 90 members of the California National Guard. There were folks on horseback. They were in full body armor with their weapons drawn, and the park was flanked by heavily armored vehicles. It looked something like this. Here you can see the park where ICE agents are marching through in formation, doing God knows what. This was nothing short of a grotesque spectacle. This was 100% for show. DHS cannot confirm that they apprehended anybody. So that huge use of resources that our tax dollars are paying for happened where ICE agents that have now been funded to the tune of $150 billion and California National Guard members, I believe the press said it was $154 million that it was going to cost all of us to have Marines and the National Guard sent to LA when nothing is happening there. And they're having to manufacture spectacles like that as they waste our tax dollars. And while that was playing out, we were also seeing this.
This is crazy. I know we're not Kerr County. I know we're not Kerrville. I know we're not San Angelo or San Antonio. But hell, we're human beings. Help us. Give us what we need. We are a older community. A lot of our people don't have insurance. They don't have money. Kind of a forgotten community for Travis County. We're unincorporated. We are their unwanted stepchildren out here, unfortunately. We had no warning. Nobody notified us. 2:30 in the morning, people that could get out came to this parking lot. Nobody was here. No firefighters, no police, nobody. We did not see Travis County sheriffs until 10 o'clock the next morning, who were rolling through and saying, you all need to evacuate. I opened a TikTok page, walking through HEB, buying non-perishable groceries, saying, we need help. Get me the media. Get me some official. Get me water. Get me anything we need, please. We have nothing. And I'm just trying to do whatever I can. I've had people stop me this morning and say, here's some more water, take it with you. Here's some more food, take it with you. Like, this is what we do out here as a community. But for God's sakes, Travis County, help us. Don't treat us like we're nothing out here, because we're not. We're human beings. We pay taxes out here. Don't treat us like this.
So as we're watching Texans devastated by a flash flood that has cost more than 100 lives, many of whom were little children, as we're watching people whose homes have been destroyed, having no response from the federal government whatsoever, feeling abandoned by the same government that they voted for, right? Having their support for Donald Trump go unreciprocated. He's not there for them. They are left on their own. All of the social safety nets that should be caring for Americans, that should be helping us in times of disaster, helping us make sure our needs are met, helping make a society function on any level. Those have all been gutted, stripped away from us. And instead, our resources are being used for Trump's grotesque military displays of intimidation in peaceful communities. This is the complete breakdown of the social contract. This is a complete breakdown of a government's relationship to its people. People with urgent needs are having no response whatsoever from the government. People who are minding their own fucking business, trying to live their lives, are facing intimidation, outright dictator-style military intimidation in the middle of the day. All of our resources that should be going to care for us as American citizens. I don't know about you. I don't mind paying taxes. I do not mind paying my taxes at all if those taxes go toward caring for other Americans, if they go toward making our society function. I want my taxes to be used to notify Trumpers in the Hill Country in Texas that they are about to experience a flash flood. I want my taxes to be used for federal disaster relief money, for FEMA money, for Trumpers or any other American. I don't care who you voted for. I believe that the things that my taxes fund should care for all Americans, should make sure that our needs are met, but we are experiencing a complete and total breakdown of a functional society. Instead of people being cared for in the wake of natural disasters, instead of our hard-earned taxpayer dollars going to improve our quality of life, provide safety nets that care for us when we experience adversity and when we struggle, no, instead of that, all of that money is now going to the billionaires at the top. They're getting a shit ton of tax breaks, and our taxpayer money is instead going to what, $150 billion being spent on ICE over the next 4 years, $154 million of our tax money to send the Marines and the National Guard into what, a peaceful city where nothing is going on. And they have to manufacture reasons to waste our tax money so that Trump looks real bigly and important and powerful and like a military dictator. And so that Californians feel sufficiently intimidated. That's what our tax money is going toward. That's what our government is doing with our money right now. And our fellow Americans who are experiencing a historic flood, tremendous loss of life, damage, loss of property, people are struggling, they don't have clean water or clean food right now. It's fucking crickets from the government. I cannot help but see the juxtaposition and think this is a complete and total breakdown of the social contract. There's no other way to describe it. I will just say it every fucking day. Is this making America great again? Are we great again yet? Is this what you voted for? Is this what you envisioned? Is this in any way a functional society? Is this making you more prosperous? I'm not more prosperous. I don't know about you. Texans right now are not more prosperous. By the way, while all of this is happening in Texas and more bodies of little girls are being recovered, guess what Trump was doing? He was golfing and eating ice cream. Meanwhile, he has completely gutted and is trying to dismantle what is left of FEMA. He has said that it's wasteful. We don't need to be spending money on things like, helping Americans rebuild after natural disasters, helping Americans make sure they have food and shelter, and that there are search parties to go look for missing folks after natural disasters. No. We don't need, that's a waste of money, according to Donald Trump. Meanwhile, he spends, how many millions is it of our taxpayer dollars every time he goes golfing? By the way, when he goes golfing, he goes on his own property so that our tax money is paying a Trump business. So he is paying himself with our tax money to go golf. While Americans no longer need natural disaster relief, FEMA is an extravagance that we shouldn't bother with in this country. When I look at what's happening in the United States, everything feels like such a stark contrast. There's money for raids, but no money for Medicaid. There's money to have horses and armored vehicles march through a public park and scare little kids at summer camp, but there's no money to help for search and rescue for the little girls who drowned at summer camp. There's no money to help the families of the children who drowned at summer camp in Texas. Trump has obliterated the social contract. He is no longer playing by the rules. Our government is non-functional in terms of meeting the needs of the people, and yet our taxpayer dollars are still funding whatever kind of corruption and grift they want to carry out. Our taxpayer dollars are still funding the oligarchs. Our taxpayer dollars are still funding grotesque military displays that Trump wants to enact whenever and wherever to make himself feel big and powerful and important. But the basic components of our society that are supposed to meet our needs and care for us, the things a functional government should be doing, are basically gone. Is this what everybody thought of when they thought of making America great? What about this is improving our quality of life? What about this is making anything better for the working class?